Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For tonight's video, I am going to show the process of the IVF medication injections. But first, I want to introduce Joe. This is my hubby. Say hey, babe.
Hey, babe.
So this is Joe. I told you he'd be making an appearance. So he's the one that does all the prep and then the injections for me.
I do everything.
He does everything. So I'm gonna just show you all the stuff that we use. Let's see, where do I start first? So this here is our calendar. So this calendar was developed by my nurse and my doctor, the medication that we will use every night and the dosage amount. And it also has on here the appointments for the labs and the ultrasound. So all that's on here, and this is what we go by. But because my medication dosages and the actual medication has not changed, we don't even need this anymore because we already know what we're gonna do. So I'm a very organized person. So last week, before I got started,
I'm gonna keep shaking my head up and down.
So before I got started, I actually found this idea from While We Wait on Instagram. She had this super cool idea to organize her meds. So I was like, I have to copy that. So I went to Amazon and found the same tools that she used. And basically, I use this for each day. So I organize it in a way that has the medication, the dosage, and inside contained the medication for the day. It also contained a little prayer card. So that was all for last week. So this week, that was done. And this is where we are today. So from today until the end of our medication cycle, basically. So I have here another set of these, and I have the date here. I just add a little sticker for some inspiration, just to make it cute. I mean, come on. So anyway, so it has in here the syringe, which is the mixing one. Then the one that's actually for injections, and then the medication. So it's a liquid and a powder. And then of course the cotton swabs. The other medication that we use, I don't keep it in here because it has to be refrigerated. So this is the other one. It's a super cool, like,
babies on ice.
It's a super cool pen injection thingy. So that's what we use. And then I have here a prayer card. So while Joe is mixing, I usually just go to my room and I recite the prayer that's on this card.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Remember I told you? No, you don't? But yes, that's what I do while I'm in there.
What day is it?
While I'm in the room, while you're preparing this, that's what I do. I go and pray the prayer that's on that card.
That's pretty awesome.
So yes, I'm praying over your kids.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to show you the whole process. Oh, and then we have here this super cool sharps container that you put all the used needles and syringes. So yeah, when we're done, I'm gonna do something creative with this. So.
You see this? Doing something creative about the used needles. Artist.
Okay, so are you ready?
I was born ready.
Here we go.
This is what I do.
And I do want to add that I'm so used to getting poked with these needles over the past few years from getting blood work. And that's another thing. Every time I go in for my labs, well, yeah, I said that. I have to get, blood work done. So I'm getting poked with needles daily. So the needles don't really bother me that much anymore. It's just this medication, which is the Minipure. It kind of burns a little bit, like you can feel it going in, but I'm over it. Let's get it done. So I'm gonna show the process. All right.
You saw the hand movement? She was born for this. All right. We are now about to clean the surface that we're going to use to mix and prepare these shots. It's very important that you keep a clean surface, hands, and just practice good hygiene at all times when dealing with any kind of medication shots, injections specifically. The last thing you want to do is contaminate or somehow alter your process by exposing things into the body that are not supposed to be there. With that said, I'm using this really awesome natural stuff called All Purpose by Method. Very basic. Just spray in the general area of the surface that you're going to use, like so, and wipe it. So, now that that's done, the 2 medications my wife mentioned here. That's my phone. I put them flat on the surface here. One is kind of like the mixing fluid. We're gonna use that, a specific amount that our doctor told us to use, in with the actual medicine, and it's gonna turn this powdery substance into a liquid. And then this one here, we're just kind of set up for you already. The medicine's already in this vial, and my job is just to clean the surface, put the needle in, and make sure it's set to the right dosage, which you're gonna have this very cool dial or knob. We're just gonna call it a dial. And we're gonna put it on her right medication number, which is 225. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like a clear strip where you can see the number using on there. All right. Next step is to prep this needle on the pen, the cool pen. First, you clean the area which the needle will be inserted into. And then you're gonna grab one of these disposable needles here. You're gonna feel and hear that click. Put this on, you screw it real tight, and then you pull it straight off. And then you're left with a covered needle. Leave it covered until you're actually ready to use it. You don't want to poke anybody or yourself, which I've done. So now I'm gonna take these caps using my thumb off of the medicine for the second shot. And I'm gonna clean the surface of these as well, because this is gonna be where we use the mixing needle. That's what I'm gonna call it. I don't know what the official term is. And we're going to use that needle to break the surface of each of these vials and then mix the substances together. So the mixing needle is already attached to your syringe. So I'm just gonna open this up to the best of my ability. All right. And there it is, very simple. It's a needle. Ooh, right? We were instructed to pull in air for the amount that we're gonna use from the beginning. And that helps with, draining out the liquid, which pretty much just letting the pressure do its own job. Pretty much as soon as you let go of the end here on the syringe, which you're gonna be pulling on the cap, it's gonna start to bring that liquid in already. So first thing you're gonna wanna do is take off the top. And on the liquid, what is its name? This is sodium chloride injection USP. I don't know what the USP stands for, but this is our mixing fluid. So we're gonna put that in here. Oh, first we're gonna put some air in here and let science do its thing. And then release the air into the vial. Now we turn it upside down and making sure the tip of the needle is in the liquid. Of course, as you draw in liquid into the vial, into the syringe, you're gonna have to keep moving that needle down. Otherwise, you're gonna lose, you're gonna start pulling in air, and you don't wanna put air into your syringe, at least to the best of your ability. So here I go. Whatever amount is specified by your doctor is where you stop. You don't want to put in any more than that. unless you feel you've got more air than liquid, which is a judgment call you have to make. And take it out. We're done with this. Now, to put this in the, you said what the name was earlier, Menopore. Menopore, that's a cool name. Same way as we did with the other one. Of course, you're not drawing in any air because your air is the liquid you pulled in. Breaking the top, you're gonna release all that liquid into the vial. My fingers are blocking it, but you get the idea here. What I'm doing now is mixing the liquid in with the powder to make sure there is no powder left. It should all be dissolved into, well, not dissolved, it's not going away. It should all be mixed with the liquid. Once you see there is no white powder left, you do the same as before. You turn it upside down. Make sure your needle is not into the non-liquid areas of the vial and start to extract into your syringe. Now we typically end up using all of this liquid because we got the amount that we needed. You might have a little left over or you know, whatever, but it seems to vary. We've even had vials in our collection that weren't exactly the same. So just make sure you consult your doctor or nurse assigned to your case to make sure you're doing it right. All right, so I've got just about the amount I need. I'm glad this happened. Occasionally you're gonna get air bubbles. We were instructed to do our best to take those out. You don't wanna just put air into your spouse's body. So I'm going to lightly tap on the syringe here and see if I can get this air bubble here. See if these HD cameras can pick this up. And I'm gonna try and draw that to the top and then push out just a little bit of the liquid in order to try and remove that air bubble. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this mixing needle here because you're not sticking your wife with that giant needle, not unless you want to hurt her. And who's trying to do that? Screw it on very tight and then screw it the other way. And that removes the end here. And like any responsible adult should do, make sure you properly dispose of your needles, which we're doing in this biohazard container because we don't want to hurt anybody or cause any damage. Now, to put on the needle that we're actually going to use for her injections. It's much smaller than that giant thing there, and it's the same process as removing that one to put this one on. And I don't want to remove this yet because it's not time to do the injection. Hold on to this cap. You're gonna need this to remove this from the pen. And my next step is going to gather the items I need for the injection site. You're gonna wanna have a gauze on hand. You're gonna wanna have another moist nap. I can just take this from another container. You're gonna have to clean the surface of the skin where you're designated to do the injection. I guess you can call that the injection site. Sterilize it, clean it, make sure there's no bacteria before you do the injection. So these alcohol wipes are very important. And with that, we are ready to start on the next process. I'll see you in a second.
I'm back. So we're about to do this. Are you ready? Oh wait, ready. Let me get my little makeshift ice pack. So I sometimes use this, sometimes I don't. Just the whole process of putting this freezing cold thing on my stomach. I mean, it helps, but I just like would rather just go ahead and get it over with. But for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna show what we do. So these injections are gonna go on the right side. And then Cairo, I don't know if you can see him.
I bet you that. I knew it.
Yep. Pause. Cairo needs to go outside. We don't have to do anything.
Can you explain why you were putting the ice pack on?
Oh, so I was using the ice pack because basically it kind of numbs up the area, and then also the one that burns, it helps it to not burn as much. So, yes.
So Sherelle is a G and she wants to do the one that hurts most first.
Yeah, I just rather get that one over with. This one is the Menopure, which is the one that hurts. And then the bloat is real. So if you're gonna be doing IVF, prepare yourself for a bloated tummy. It's uncomfortable, but hey, it's for your babies. Side here. So you clean the area.
You have to pinch the area in which you're going to inject and at a 90-degree angle, insert it, and then release your pinch and push the medicine in. Ready? Inject the medicine slowly but steadily. Almost done. And then pull back gently while pushing down on the gauze. There could be bleeding. There could, you don't want to obviously blood anywhere.
Yeah, so far I've only bled a little bit one night. I think that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't had any bleeding or anything even major. Yeah, like it's just a little bit.
Just a little bit, nothing.
But nothing major. But that's normal. As long as it's not gushing out.
Did good. Now, for the last one, same area, just a little lower.
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna do this on the same side. And it really doesn't matter. Initially I was doing one on each side and then swapping, but I just was like, maybe it's just easier to do both on each side, and just alternate that way. Just so you didn't have to try to remember all that. All right, number 2.
Number 2, and that's where I stuck you
You
before.
already.
I'm counting to 10. Steady counts to make sure all the medicine goes inside.
And that's it. Oh.
You did good. I don't have any lollipops though.
Or a sticker. Or a cool Band-Aid. But that's it, guys. Yeah, that's it.
Adults just get bills. Good job.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. That's it for today's video. So then we just clean all this up and repeat it tomorrow. So we'll see you in the next video.
Hit that like button. Leave
Like,
a comment.
Share, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Bye, guys.
You'll see more of me.